I'm going on this trip because I realized I've grown up really privileged, and I wanted to experience life outside of that.
I really wanted to get a different perspective of how other people live.
I'm going on this trip as part of the film crew.
Documentary film crew.
We're going to document the drilling of the drinking well.
Meet the people of El Salvador.
Just to meet people and see a new country.
We're actually going to be on the hygiene team. They're going to learn how to wash their hands and how germs spread.
I really want to be able to give back and give in a way that will keep on giving.
Some of my fears are maybe picking up some strange disease.
Getting beaten up. And
camera gear getting stolen.
Drill the well and it not working.
I'll be the weak link.
Rats, sleeping with the rats.
Lots of foreign entities crawling into my bed.
And not having this event impact my heart the way that I would want it to.
12 people went to El Salvador. They visited their sister church and drilled a clean drinking well with living water. The team visited some church members in the surrounding area.
We have known you before we even met you.
Hi.
You have touched so many people, and we all have been praying for you.
Thank you.
I'm honored. We are honored to be in your home.
Liz and Joe's son, Justice, saved his money and wanted to send to you the groceries from Justice Guito.
Children's hearts are a reflection of their parents.
Glorabel moved her family to the country when she could no longer afford to live in the city.
Me llamo Frank. Mucho gusto. We have gifts for you from the Turning Point family. We wanted to thank you for letting us come to your home to see you, to see your family, and we want you to know that no matter, near or far, wherever you're at, you are meaningful to us. And this is for you.
Eso nos hace como sentirnos en familia. Sabemos que no importa la nacionalidad. No matter where we're from, we're all one in Christ. They traveled to Living Water's Team Beach Home, almost entirely gifted to them. A place to relax, recreate, and rejuvenate after each day of hard work.
This is the green drill bit. This is called the Green Monster.
Ready to go, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Señor Fuerte!
First, they walked through the village to meet the people they would serve. And to see wells drilled by previous teams.
We have about 10,190 people in the community, and we want them to be healthy. To be healthy, you need clean water. Clean water minimizes gastrointestinal diseases, parasites, diarrhea. The quality of the water will increase the quality of life.
I've never been to a third world country with this amount of poverty.
It was just really amazing how giving and how kind people were to us. They really have very little. It's pretty shocking, considering where we come from. Actually, it's pretty amazing how somebody can just pick up found objects and make a shelter out of it.
These dolls were made by Rousseau, a girl your age. She wrote a note.
I ran down the road with a local kid, and when we were coming back, we had a moment there where I just felt like we had a connection. There was this boy, his name was Carlos, and he pointed at his head, and then he took his hat off, and he had no hair, and he says, "You're like me, kind of."
The well would be drilled on the site of a Catholic church. The first day was plagued with mechanical problems that would delay their start time by several hours.
Yeah!
The team divided to fix the drill and play games with the village children. Meanwhile, the hygiene team had gathered a small group to talk about combating the spread of germs.
Just building the well itself isn't going to solve the problem. It's also the education of the people on how to use it.
There you go. And then you go like this. Oh, Maddie.
No matter which team you were on, if it was the video team or the drilling team or the hygiene team, I felt like each part was so respectful of what the other group was doing.
Hours later, the drill was fixed, and it was time to place drill bit number 1 and to start drilling.
We're able to drill 12 meters, that's about 40 feet, and we're hoping to hit some water tomorrow or Wednesday.
The hygiene team's classes were growing.
Every day that we came in, the children would run up. There's so many people around the world that want to be taught. They just need someone to teach them.
It was so amazing just how eager they were to learn.
I'm really looking forward to seeing that water flow for the first time.
It's like a mud shower. It's really refreshing. We got to go through another few layers of sediment, and then we'll hit the clean water.
120 feet down, they hit clean water.
I have seen many cases of the faithful coming to our parish and die of kidney failure because of the contaminated water in our area. To have a well next to the church is a blessing.
Inside the church, the Living Water team was able to show a movie about the life of Jesus.
I know that the water is important for the people, but the most important is share the Lord of God.
By giving to Advent Conspiracy, Advent gives directly to Living Water, which impacts people all over the world through clean water, hygiene, and the gospel. When people come on a trip, they often take back more than they brought here.
What I want to share with you this morning, you will come here to quench your physical thirst, but your spiritual thirst can only be met by Jesus.
We're not just digging physical water, we're actually giving spiritual water to these people here.
Well, we had the honor to be able to donate this well to you guys. When you see this well, cuando vean este pozo, I want you to think this represents God's love for you.
I feel like I'm a better person for knowing all of you.
I was listening to the people who were speaking, and we feel the same way about you as well.
I've got my memories always inside of me, but I can't go back to how it was.
And they ran up to me with the soccer balls we gave them and the Sharpie, and they're like, tu nombre, tu nombre. Playing with them for an hour meant so much to them that they wanted me to sign their ball.
They were just so grateful for us being there, and it didn't matter really what we gave them. They were just happy to have anything to remember us by.
This is home. Now I'm finally where I belong.
I don't really have a lot of regrets in life, but I wish I've done this 20 years ago, because I think that my perspective as a Christian would have changed in the way I give and the way I serve people.
Thank you for every penny that you saved. Thank you for every school supply you sent, for every toy you brought, every item of clothing that you donated.
They could use it much more than we can.
Go out and serve somewhere.
A lot of things that we did this week, I can absolutely do back at home.
All I can tell you is that it wasn't just one thing. God takes you on a very interesting and pleasant journey, and it's so worth it.
Yeah, this is home.